Good morning. Good morning, y'all. Hopefully y'all can hear me. Hopefully y'all can hear me. Let me know if y'all can or not. I'm kind of out and about today, so I I'm not at the shop, so I'm gonna be off camera today. But we're just gonna do the conversation, and next Wednesday we will be back at the shop, so everything will be back to normal. So I hope y'all having a good Wednesday morning or afternoon or night, wherever y'all may be, whatever time zone y'all might be in. Good morning, Mona, Gina, Buffy, Lizzie, Victoria, Tisha, Jesse, Mary. How y'all doing? So let me know where y'all watching from and what y'all got going on today. And as y'all see, the topic is should you charge a design fee? So we gonna give a little bit of time, see if a few more people gonna join in. What's up, Rachel? How you doing? Michelle, I'm gonna have to go back and finish your video, Rachel. Rachel had a video yesterday doing I think it was called a memory bear, but I'm gonna have to learn how to sew. But I'm gonna have to go back and check that out. I didn't get to watch the whole thing yesterday, but I will be going back to check it out. How you doing, Michelle? Or let me make sure I'm saying that right. Ariel, is that Ariel Sims? Appreciate you jumping on here. Gina, watching from Delaware. Jesse is in Cyclone, West Virginia. Lizzie, Louisiana. All right, we got Louisiana up in this thing. I'm from Louisiana. Unbiased, aka Rachel from Louisiana. Good morning, Marissa. How you doing? Sarah and Naye. Nave. Is that Nave or is it Naye? Hopefully I'm pronouncing it right. Rachel says Queen is my first time sewing a bear. Hey, it looked like it was coming out pretty good. I just gotta go back and catch the rest of it. All right, from Little Rock, Arkansas. All right. We got some people from all over today. So, how you doing, Sylvia? Oh, I'm sorry, Sylvania, Sylvanie, Sylvanie, Sylvanie. Okay, okay. Y'all know I be struggling. I'm country, so I may pronounce it differently. All right, so we're just gonna jump right into this conversation because I kind of feel odd not being on video, but this is mostly a conversation anyway. And if y'all have any comments or anything, feel free. Always feel free to log in. Log in. Join in the conversation. Um, so as y'all see, the title is "Should You Charge a Design Fee?" So the first thing I'm gonna say about designing, like when it comes to t-shirt printing, creating a design is actually, to me, what takes the longest amount of time. Unless you have an order of like 500 shirts or something, even if you have one shirt, the the designing process takes the same amount of time that it would take if you are designing for 1,000 shirts. So with that being said, the creating the design, especially if your customer don't know what they want, because I do have a lot of people that come and they don't have a clue what they want, and sometimes they'll tell you what they want, but it don't really make sense. So you create the design that they asking for, and it just don't sometimes don't make sense. So what I usually do when I create designs for my customers is, if they come in there and they ask for something, if it's something reasonable, I'll create exactly what they ask for, but I give them a couple of different options. So okay, so like on one design, I'm just gonna use basketball for an example. So if somebody come in my shop and they ask me to design a basketball mom shirt, so what I usually do is do like a couple of different fonts and a couple of different clipboards and just kind of mix them up. Like maybe use one basketball with a goal, or one like silhouette of a person with a basketball and put the text in a few different fonts. So that's usually what I do. Good morning, precious pieces. And my brain is not working this morning. I was talking Nicole, and I'm back to calling you Peaches again, Nicole. But that's usually how I do. That way they kind of have some options because when somebody come in there, they might have one thing in their mind, and you got something completely different than what they have, in their mind. Because everybody think differently. Like if, like okay, like Rachel right here. We since we both from Louisiana, I'm gonna use her for an example. Okay, so if y'all was to tell me and Rachel to create y'all a certain design. She is creative in a completely different way than I am. So her design is gonna be, her thought process, and my design is gonna be my thought process. So we like if you tell us to create exactly the same thing, it's not gonna look the same. So depending on each person, what they like is gonna be different, you know. So that's one reason that designing takes the longest amount of time. So as for me with the design fees, I usually don't charge a design fee for big orders, as long as it's something simple. But if I do have to like create a design for one shirt or something like that, and it's not something that's simple for me to create, then usually I will charge a design fee. And usually I don't have to worry about doing those orders because once I charge that design fee and you just getting one shirt and I'm explaining to you, look, what you're asking for is something that's kind of complicated to create, then like as long as it's a simple design, I usually don't charge a design fee. But if somebody come in there and they want 4 or 5 shirts and each design has to be a completely different design, then I probably will charge a design fee. And I have, like in the past, I have done like flyers and stuff like that, business cards, and I would charge a design fee for stuff like that. And whenever I do those, sometimes they outsource and get the printing, and I just create the design, or sometimes they just put it on like their social media and stuff like that. So um, when it comes to designing, it is kind of up to you. And a lot of people charge like a $25 fee, just like regular printers. A lot of people charge $25 fee. I see that Rachel said that she usually charged $25 also, but I kind of think it depends because if it's like something that's real complicated, you may have to charge a little bit more, but usually I don't worry about it if it's something that's simple. But the big thing with me not charging the fee is I don't consider myself a graphic designer, even though I've been doing this for since around 2008. I've been doing t-shirts since around 2008. I've been doing video editing. I started in 2006, and I used to design like the DVD covers and stuff like that when I was doing video editing. But I can design, I can create designs, but I don't think I'm like the best designer because I'm self-taught. I learned by playing around with the software and watching YouTube videos. And I know a lot of people always have questions about design, like as far as how do you create design, like just different questions about design. I don't feel like you can teach somebody how to design because that's all about being creative and your thoughts when people tell you certain things, what you think of. And I don't feel like it's a certain way to design. Now you can show somebody, like if they say, okay, how do you put a outline around this text, you can show them how to do that. But as far as coming up with unique and I guess attention catching designs, you don't really, I don't feel like you can really teach designing. I mean, you can teach somebody to, okay, look at this design. Can you recreate it? And that's one of the things that I used to do. Like when I first started designing, I would see designs and I would practice trying to recreate their design. Y'all let me get a sip real quick. I've been doing so much talking. Yeah, but yeah, when it comes to like teaching somebody how to design, I don't feel like you can really, teach them how to design. But as far as, okay, do this, this is what I want. If they can see exactly what it is, but then it's not actually them designing. I don't feel like that's them designing. It's like, okay, I'm recreating what I saw. Okay, I'm gonna go back up. I'm going to read some of the questions and comments. Let me see. Okay. I'm going back. Okay. Rachel says, yes, charge a design fee. And Ariel says, how much should I charge? Rachel says 25 for a design fee. And it kind of depends too. Like if it's something that's gonna take you a very long time, like depending on what it is, like, okay, like creating a design that you're gonna cut out in vinyl takes less time than creating a um, rhinestone design. So you may, I think $25 is a good base, and that's probably the most that I would charge because I don't really consider myself a graphic designer, but people can charge a lot. Like for my logo, I paid, I don't even remember exactly how much I paid, but I want to say it was like 200 and some dollars for that logo. I would have to go back and check the video because I actually ordered the logo and then I added my screen printing press onto that logo. So that was where the extra price came in at. Ariel says, in addition to the price of the shirt. Yes, it would be in addition to the price of the shirt. So, like, if you have a customer that have their design, like a print ready design, and some people do charge, like, okay, say that somebody bring you a design, but it's not print ready. Like, you have to vectorize it so that you could use it. Because sometimes, like, what my customers do a lot is they'll go on Etsy or go on some website that's selling the t-shirt that they want, and instead of ordering it from them, they want to wait till the last minute, and then they want to ask you to do it for when they could have just ordered it from that person, because that person, it would be easier for somebody who already has the design to go ahead and get it printed for them a lot faster than it would be for you to have to recreate the design. So with that, you would have there would be an additional charge. You can't just say, okay, I'm just gonna add that into the shirt. So it would be, okay, the design fee is this amount plus the shirt is this amount. That's the way that I would do it. Jesse says you should charge, but I don't. I agree with that because that's exactly what I do. Most times I don't. Now, sometimes if it's somebody that's kind of hard to deal with or wanting something that's going to, complicated or a problem, I do have a form for people who want individual orders like that, and I would charge for each design. So like if they are wanting a bunch of different designs, it's not just a $25 fee for of whatever these different designs are going to be. Now if the designs are all the same or all I have to change is the text, I probably wouldn't charge extra for that because all you got to do is go back and type in basketball mom, basketball dad, basketball sister, but you're using that same design. But I have had customers that they choose different designs or they'll want different designs. I've had that before. Even how I do it when I send a few designs, they was like, okay, this person want this design and the other person wants design number one. I want that one for my shirt, and for that medium shirt, I want design number two on it. And I don't really like when the customers do that because that makes extra work. And that's another thing. That's probably something else I could throw in with this as far as charging for design fees, like customizing shirts. Okay, so say that you have a group order of I'm a because a lot of people start out with the vinyl and a lot of people do vinyl. I'm gonna make it a small number. I'm gonna say 25 shirts. Say that you have a order of 25 shirts, because I just had an order like this that was pretty hectic, and even though I screen printed, they was paying like $30 a shirt, and they had over 25 shirts, but they was paying like $30 a shirt because it had two colors on the front and two colors on the back of the shirt, which I screen printed, which was very, you know, easy and simple since I had the screens already set up. But they also wanted a sleeve print on each of the sleeves. So on one sleeve, I had to put the initials of the trail riding group, and on the other sleeve, I had to put the name. So that's extra. Like when I got a okay, you already ordering, you ordering 25 shirts. Everything is gonna be the same on it, but this name, I gotta make sure, when you're doing stuff like that where you have to actually customize and put a specific name onto each shirt, that's extra. That's not just the regular print price. Like okay, if I charge $5 for a sleeve print, that's a custom sleeve print. So, I probably would charge more for that. But because it's a group rate, they wouldn't be paying the full $5 for that. But it's just stuff like that where you got to make sure that you put the correct name on the correct shirt. And also the another thing with that is okay, you want something on both sleeves, so you got to make sure you don't mess up and put something on the wrong sleeve, put the wrong thing on the wrong sleeve. Because I did that with that order, so I'm just gonna throw that in there too. All right, we're gonna go down. What's up, Arlene? How you doing? And see some more. Marissa says, "What programs do you use to design with?" I use Photoshop. That was like when I started doing video editing. That was the first program that I used, and um, like I had a person that did photos. She took photos, and I had Photoshop, and I had no idea how to use it. That was before YouTube is how it is now with all the tutorials and stuff. That was back around 2007 or so, 2006, 2007, somewhere off in there. Actually, it might even be earlier than that, because I remember the first DVD that I came out with. It was so basic. It was just like a picture of my son with this shirt that had Louisiana logo on it, and I just put the title of the DVD on it. So that that was the first design that I created, but I don't really remember if I don't think I did that in Photoshop. So I guess around 2007 is when I started using Photoshop, but that person showed me how to do like the blending mode and all that stuff, and all I did was play around with it, and I figured out how to do it. And like I was saying earlier, I used to find a design and I would try to recreate that design. And then if it was something specific, like now that that YouTube got so much information on it and everything is the way that it is, you can now just type in what you're looking for. Like say you want to erase a background or do something specific, change the color of a car or something. All you have to do is search for it on YouTube. But the way I learned was just playing around with it, and you know, that's kind of what I got there. Arlene says that's true, Sin. Ariel says, what if it's simple? And it's still up to you. It is still up to you if you want to charge or not. But if it's simple, I don't usually charge. But like sometimes you have people that can be a pain to deal with, and they want a lot of complicated stuff. So, in that case, I would charge. All right, not, and I'm missing a bunch of comments. I'm kind of behind. Let me go back up and let me see. Try to, okay, what program I use? I just answered that. Let me see. Can you give me your social media page? My social media page is I'm T-shirt chick TV on Instagram. I think they deleted my TikTok. My son was telling me something about because I don't really be on social media like talking about y'all. I be here on YouTube, but I don't really be on social media like talking about. I have a Instagram page. I have had a YouTube page and it was hijacked, and I made another YouTube page. It was hijacked, so not YouTube, Facebook. I had a Facebook page that was hijacked, and the second one was hijacked. So I'm done with Facebook. But I do have the Print Squad group over there that has, the last time I checked, over 5,000 people in it. But I don't even have access to it anymore. So right now I am just on YouTube. I do have my websites. You can contact me using my form on my websites. All of my contact information is on my YouTube About page. If you go to the About tab, you know how you have at the top, you got videos, shorts, live. They got the About tab, and you just scroll down, and my contact information is on there. Or you can go to one of my websites, and you can just use the contact form, and it goes to that same email. So that is how you will get in touch with me. And y'all, I will be doing the screen printing classes this upcoming month. I'm in the process of getting everything together for that, because I know everybody can't buy like the screen printing equipment that I have. I'm not expecting everybody to get there. It took me several years before I got to where I'm at with the screen printing. But I will be advertising the class a little bit and showing you what to get, the things that you can get if you want to be a part of that class. All right, let me see. Ariel says, I'm trying to start my own Christian-based t-shirt apparel, so I need someone to help me do my designs. Um, at Ariel, a big place that has designs that's already created, and not saying that you will have to always use those designs, but you can go to Creative Fabrica, and I don't know if I have my link down below this video. If not, I will put it at the end of the video, or probably when I get a chance, because since I'm away from the office today. Um, but Creative Fabrica have a lot of designs on there. You can find designs on Etsy, but the thing with Etsy, like on Creative Fabrica, you have the rights to use those designs, and you can charge, you can make money off of those designs. But on Etsy, sometimes that stuff don't belong to those people. So, you have to kind of be careful with that. But you can go on some of those design websites. It's other websites too, but I mostly use Creative Fabrica, especially when I have customers that want specific things. Like if I got a customer that come in and want a 50th birthday design, I'm going straight to Creative Fabrica unless they have gave me something specific that they want me to design for them. But if they want something with 50th birthday, I'm going on Creative Fabrica, and because I'm a member, I have access to everything on their page. All I have to do is download it and put them on a page together and send it to my customer and let them choose. And I haven't had to spend no time designing, and they have really nice designs on there. Let me see. Chrissy says that's a good idea. Yep, that's how you practice. That's how I learn. And that's even with video editing. Like I used to do a lot of music videos, and I used to like back then I used to watch music videos and try to recreate what I saw on the music videos. And like even with Photoshop and with video editing, it's so many different ways that you can do the same thing. So it might be a person that's teaching you how to do it, but it's another way that you can do it. You just have to kind of play around with the software, and you can figure it out. Chrissy says my design fee varies depending on design. Shirts range from 10 to 25. My funeral program started at 50 and up, depending on what needs to be done. I used to do a lot of photo slideshows, like, for like I can't even talk this morning, but the memorial slideshows, I used to do a lot of those. Let me see. Erlene says, I want to start my own apparel line, but need help. Some of those places, like I don't have a clothing line. I have like T-shirt chic merch that I sell on my website, and I have like my basketball training, and I'm about to bring the fitness back. So all of that is kind of under the same thing, but I don't really have a clothing line. But as far as just designs, like, making nice designs that people want, you can maybe even go to Creative Fabrica and get you some ideas off of that, or even use some of those designs until you learn how to create the designs that you want for yourself. Rachel says, if you don't give them options, they won't have to. Hey, hey, that's a good idea. But it's the reason I give them options is because, like I was saying earlier, like me and you is kind of different. So if we both see stuff, I might like this certain thing that's plain because I'm just a plain person, and you might like something with a little more spice to it, you know. So I like to give them, give them options, and it depends. Sometimes I only give them like two options, so it really just depends. And sometimes the option is just a different font. Sometimes it's the same font with a different picture. It just depends on how I'm feeling and how busy I am on that day, especially with me not charging. Now, if it's something that I'm going to be charging for, I would try to give them more options to choose from. Good morning, Rhonda. How you doing? What's up, Marcel, aka Watermelon Head? Watermelon Head, Marcel. Let me see. I'm trying to make sure I didn't miss. Rhonda is watching from the NO. All right, another Louisiana girl on here. You should not charge. Let me see. Most definitely, you should charge. Design takes. Yep, it does take up a lot of time. Designing actually is the longest part of printing T-shirts. It is the longest part of printing T-shirts, unless you print like a really huge order or a really detailed order. But designing usually takes the most time. No one has the same time. 5 to 15 letters make a difference. Yep, yep. That like pretty much everything. Um, like you can charge for a lot of different stuff. Cause I remember back in the day when they use, I don't even know if it was iron on or I think it was like flock. Cause my mom, she was big on getting our names put on shirts and stuff. It, I don't know, it was crazy. Like whenever the little, I guess parish, we have parishes instead of counties in Louisiana. When the little fair would come around, we all had to wear the shirts with our name on it and her initials, like matching shirts. But nowadays, that's how you get picked up for trafficking or something. They see your name on your shirt and they tell you, hey, your mom told me to come get, so that wouldn't be too safe nowadays. But we used to have to wear that growing up, going to the fair and stuff. How much should I charge for a back print or sleeve print? It kind of depends on you. Like with my pricing, and I do on my website sell my pricing sheet that you can use as a template, or you can use that as your pricing if you want to, but I recommend you using it as a template so that you can check the prices in your area, because depending on where you located, like if you're in California and I'm in Louisiana, the prices wouldn't be the same. It just the prices are different depending on where you located. So I would advise you to do that. But like I can't really tell you exactly what to charge. And I did do a video where we did talk. It was a live stream, the one of the Wednesday live streams where we talked about pricing. But I can't tell you the exact price to charge because you dependent, I don't know what the prices are like in your area, but I can tell you that if they want a back print, if they want a sleeve print and it's a small sleeve print, or if they want like a big print on like going down a long sleeve shirt, those will be two different prices. If they want like a name on the back of the shirt, or if they want a full back print, those would be two different prices. And depending on how you're printing, like if you're doing DTF, everything will be like one print. But like if you're doing vinyl and you got to put a different color vinyl, like they want to outline around their print, that would be extra. If you're doing screen printing and they want an outline around their print, or it's just kind of based on how big the print is and how many colors and your printing process and stuff like that. So those are some things to take into account when you are having to do multiple prints. Thank you, hit that like button. And y'all, I do have some mini presses that I'm gonna be giving away. But since I'm not at the shop today, I'm gonna start next Wednesday. And I was looking at the calendar. So next month actually have 5 Wednesdays in it, and I have 5 of those mini presses to give away. So I'm gonna give y'all some tips on how y'all can win those easy purchases. So I'm gonna be asking some questions because I don't like to give stuff away, because in the past when I have done that, I have it have like a lot of times when people know you're doing a giveaway, they'll come and get on your live stream. So you have to be subscribed. So y'all probably want to go ahead and subscribe if you're not subscribed, because you're gonna have to be. You're not gonna be able to subscribe on that day and be eligible to win, because I'm gonna have it set so only the people that's being subscribed for at least a week probably will be able, will be eligible to win. And also, you're gonna have to be watching my videos, and you're gonna have to be, no, keeping up with the Bible and knowing some like. So I'm just tell you, I'm gonna ask one question about me. I'm gonna ask one Bible question, and I'm gonna ask one question about just basic T-shirt printing or maybe one of my videos. So y'all make sure y'all doing all of those things if y'all want to win. And I'm gonna be giving away some more stuff a little bit later. So y'all make sure that if y'all if y'all watching the videos and stuff, y'all will remember the answers. Kristen says, "Do you charge the same price if the customer provides their own shirts?" Um, That kind of depends. That kind of depends on you. I know people that charge more if they provide their own shirt, because when they provide their own shirt, I've had people to bring me like very expensive shirts. Like I did a video last actually I can't remember exactly when it came out, but I filmed it last year. It was some very expensive jackets that I had to embroider. So some people do charge extra because if they damage whatever it is, that they have to replace it. But some people do have like a I can't even think of what it's called right now. Like a doggone it. Look, I can't think of the word, but basically they're saying, okay, if I mess up this customer provided item, I'm not responsible for it. A disclaimer, that's what it's called. So yeah, it just kind of depends on you. And I don't really like for people to bring their own shirts, because when people bring their own shirts and if you mess it up or something, I mean, for embroidery, I don't really mind it, because a lot of times they be wanting like, stuff that I don't just carry in stock. But like for basic t-shirts, I don't really be wanting people to bring their shirts, because I keep t-shirts in stock. And then if I mess it up, I usually have extras, so they'll never knew I messed it up. But like if they got their own t-shirt and it's not a brand that I carry or not a t-shirt that I carry, sometimes it can be issues. I just had an issue, and I got a live stream about that. Do you print customer provided items? Because some people don't even print customer provided items. So it's a whole different topic when you get to talking about some of this stuff. Let me see. What's up, Top Boss Dims? What's up? Let me see. Rachel says she wouldn't let the customers bring their own shirts. If you accept that, then the price depends on you. Yeah. It like pretty much all of this stuff with the pricing depends on you. Like, what do you think your time is worth? Do you think that you spent an hour working on the design and 20 minutes printing the shirt, if you having to cut it out and print in multiple locations, cut the vinyl out and print in multiple locations? Do you think that's worth $10? Do you think that's worth $20? How much do you want to make per hour? And I don't want to get into the pricing thing. I might have to do another video on pricing, because we're getting a lot of pricing questions. Maybe I can do an actual video instead of doing the live stream this next time. But yeah, it depends on how much you want to make an hour. Because I know when I'm doing embroidery, I want to make $50 an hour. So I price accordingly, and sometimes depending on what they want, you may be making more than that. Let me see. I'm looking for some more questions. If y'all have any more questions, because I am over the time limit, go ahead and let me know. What's up, Crafty Leo? How you doing? if I have a shirt to do at the last minute, I charge a late fee. Yeah, you can throw that rush fee in there. You can also throw that rush fee in there, and the rush fee can be based on, okay, do you need it same day, within 24 hours, you know, 2 days, however many. And that's another thing that you can kind of let your customers know too, is how long does it typically take for an order. Because if you come in there today, because I have people that do this a lot, they'll come in there today and they want their shirt today, or they'll come in there Thursday and they'll be like, can you have this shirt ready by Friday? But well, Friday is tomorrow. Why you don't just say, hey, can I pick this up tomorrow? But they try to make it seem like Friday, like they done came in on Monday or something, and Friday, you got a few days. But yeah, it's a lot of different situations when it comes to customers. Kristen says, when are you doing an embroidery video or a live? Kristen, I have some videos that are scheduled already as premieres. So you can go on my channel, and I actually have two videos that are going to be embroidery videos coming up. So you can go to my page and check that out. I think it's two. Yeah, it should be two videos, but if you go to my page, it's got the titles of the videos, and you can see those videos, and then you can click notify, and YouTube, if they acting right on that, they will notify you and let you know, when the time comes. Because I have videos planned out for the rest of this month and the first Friday in next month. I'm trying to get ahead on my videos so I can try to be more consistent. I used to do videos every day back at one point. I got over 1,300 videos posted, and part of that is because I used to do videos pretty much every day. Like I could, if I'm working in my shop, I can film each individual job and put out videos for that whole week in one day. And that's how I used to do back in the day. But I've been kind of lazy and stuff because YouTube be tripping nowadays. Like you used to be able to make more money on it, but now it seems like when you try harder, they don't let you get your views and stuff. So if y'all can do me a favor, if y'all like my videos, hit the thumbs up button. Because even though I do this and to help people, I do want to make money off of it too. And when sometimes when you're tired and you don't really feel like editing, the fact that you're gonna be paid for it, because you like, these videos are free. All these videos are free. All this information is free, and in that I'm doing. So sometimes when I'm editing videos, it might take me 2 hours to edit a video, and the video might be 10 minutes long. But if YouTube is paying because people actually liking the video, and thumbs hitting the thumbs up button and commenting and different things like that, sharing the video, that kind of help you get into the algorithm, and help you make a little bit of money on here. And it's making money on here does motivate you, because I'm sure if nobody was making no money, they wouldn't be doing these videos for years. They'd be done found something else to do. But let me see. Rhonda says, if I have to do a shirt at the, oh, I read that already. I think I read that, or somebody else did that. Do I do pop-up shops? I have never done a pop-up shop. I have thought about it before, but I just have never done it. Um, I don't know. If I get another DTF printer, I might would do something like that, because right now, I don't want to have to like cut out vinyl. I rather have like the transfers. That way I can give them a choice of a few different things to print, and print them right there on the spot, and just bring the blank shirts, because I have never liked printing a whole bunch of shirts and hoping that the people want the shirts and that you have their correct size. Like when I first started, like when my business first blew up, I was printing the football shirts every Friday. Like, well, I was printing them on Thursdays and Fridays, because on Fridays the kids could wear spirit shirts. But like I was putting them on my website. So if you would go ahead and order ahead of time, you pick your shirts up on Wednesdays, because I started printing on Wednesdays, and all the people who ordered, before Wednesday, They shirts was ready on Wednesday, and every Sunday. This is back when I was more, I guess, consistent on Facebook before they started letting people hack my page. But I used to print. I used to put the ad up on that Sunday. By that Sunday night, I had it add up so they could see what the new design for the week was. And all I used to do is buy a whole bunch of blank shirts, and I made my design so I could print on any color shirt. So with me being able to print on any color shirt, they had options, you know. So I just would print as they came, and sometimes I would have a line of people waiting for me to print their shirts. I'm just like, go ahead, grab your shirt off the shelf, and I would print them. And at that time, I had help, somebody else checking them out, usually on my busy days. Lizzie says, I always make sure to hit the like button. I try to comment also. I appreciate your teaching. Thank you, Lizzie. I appreciate you. And I appreciate all of y'all for jumping on here and joining in on the conversation with me. What's up, Barb? How you doing? But if anybody else got any questions, y'all go ahead and type it. Otherwise, I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to get off of here because I gotta get a few things done. How you doing, Mississippi? Appreciate you jumping on here. But I gotta get some stuff done, and I'll be back in the shop tomorrow. And on Friday, I do have a premiere. I think that premieres at 10:45 a.m. And then right after that premiere, we heading over to One Virtuous Woman, aka Marcel, aka Watermelon Head. We heading over to her live stream because she do a prayer live stream every Friday. So if you watch my video, at the end of the video, you will be redirected over to her for 11, 11 Central Time. Thank you, Rachel. Appreciate that super chat. Appreciate that. Let me see. What's up, Rundria? Appreciate you jumping on here. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, get ready to jump off of here, and I will see y'all on Friday. Those of y'all that join me for the premiere on Friday. But until then, y'all be blessed.